What's up, guys? Cameron here from Drums and Drams, and today I've got a quick bourbon news update for all of you. I'm going to keep this short and sweet, so we have two topics to cover. Number one, Old Forester 1924, and number two, the newest batch of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch A124. We're going to start with the Old Forester, and as you can see, I already have a bottle of this product. I was able to source it from North Carolina, which over the last couple weeks, it seems like that was the only market that received 1924, maybe an early release, maybe an accident. I don't know. We could speculate on that all day. I have reviewed 1924, and if you haven't checked that out, I will link that in the description below. But a press release came out from Old Forester today, and I learned some new stuff in here. I wanted to share it with all of you. So let's rehash very quickly. This is a 10-year-old age-dated bourbon at 100 proof, and it's a new addition to the Whiskey Row lineup. And I want to say at the beginning of this, they have stated it is a limited annual release. So we are going to see this on a continuous basis. I don't know if that's, they're legitimately only going to bottle this once per year and release it once per year. No idea, but they call it a limited annual release in the Whiskey Row series. And the SRP is confirmed now at $115. There was some speculation about it being $100, maybe $115 is just what North Carolina was charging. No, $115 is the SRP. So for those of you that in the comment section of my review were complaining about that, it is what it is, $115, and I'm sure we're going to see that marked up elsewhere. Now, we're going to talk mash bill because there was a rumor that this could be a blend of the early times and the Old Forester mash bills. That is now proven false. They say in this press release, rather than the traditional Old Forester recipe of 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley, 1924 debuts a new mash bill, 79% corn, 11 rye, and 10 malted barley. Now, they say it's a new mash bill. It's not groundbreaking. It's not actually an original mash bill. That is the early times mash bill, which is also used in King of Kentucky, 79, 11, 10. But I think when they say it's new, maybe they just mean it's new to the Whiskey Row series. All right, so now let's talk about the namesake, 1924. I'm going to read you this paragraph. During Prohibition, more than 200 distilleries in Kentucky alone were forced to close. Old Forester, however, continued operations because the federal government issued it one of 6 permits to bottle existing whiskey stocks as medicine. In 1924, Old Forester acquired barrels from closed distillers with different mash bills, and they bottled that liquid under the Old Forester name. This special release commemorates that moment in time. So, this is the 100th anniversary of what they are calling a whiskey innovation, which is just that during Prohibition, they bought these barrels from other places, different mash bills, bottled it under their name. All right, so the Whiskey Row series now, with the addition of the 1924, has 5 products. 1870 original batch, which people don't really talk about too much. 1897 bottled in bond, a little more frequently discussed. 1910, 1920, these are the heavy hitters that we all kind of know and love. And finally now, 1924, the first age statement in there, which is fantastic at 10 years old. And finally, last but not least, Old Forester 1924 is available nationwide starting today at participating retailers and at Old Forester Distilling Company for $115. So there you have it. If you want to see a review, I do have one again in the description of this video. But a lot of things confirmed, a lot of things refuted, and it's nice to see some clarity, I guess, on the mash bill. Some companies don't discuss that kind of thing, and I'm glad that they did. Let's move on now to Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, the newest batch A124. The stats are up on the Heaven Hill website or the Elijah Craig website, whichever one, and people are going to be let down. I'm just here to tell you what it is. I might add a comment or two after the fact, but here we go. 119 proof, which is 59.5% ABV. It is the second lowest ABV of any batch. And the age statement, which is now a variable age statement, 10 years, 9 months. It's the youngest ever bottled. We have the lowest age statement, the second lowest proof. And here's the deal. As the bourbon junkies say, the proof is in the pour. If it's a great bottle, it's a great bottle. And the stats will mean nothing at that point. But an age statement and higher proofs in this case, but let's really focus on the age statement. An age statement is in some ways a minimum guarantee. That's not always true, but largely speaking, it's a minimum guarantee of quality. And to see this fluctuating now, some people's worst fears are coming true because we're now below the 11-year mark, 10 years, 9 months. Who knows if it's going to dip lower than this in the future? And it could be even higher than the 13-year, 7-month that we got in C923, but I know some people are really going to be bummed out about this. I I guess I am bummed, but you always got to taste this. You always got to taste it, judge it for yourself. B523 had a lackluster age statement, by all accounts. When we look at the previous, kind of standard being the 12-year, and I didn't really like B523. Then I put it in a blind, and it won the blind, which is kind of crazy. So you never know. But A124, 119 proof, 10 years, 9 months. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. And I know there's been enough Heaven Hill drama here on the channel, so I don't want to harp on this too much, but I did want to let you all know that I found out that those stats were available. And finally, I just want to say that the next review that you're going to see on the channel will be Weller 12, a 2023 bottling. Cheers, guys. I'll see you next time here on Drums and Drams.